Speak to the Chief Social Scientist, Dr. Marc Smith from the Social Media Research Foundation, joining us live from Redwood City in California. Welcome to you. So this is an extensive, a long-lasting boycott in the sense that it's going to be going for a number of days. What kind of impact do you think it will realistically have?
Well, that is something that we're going to see very soon. Our organization will be watching this, and my colleagues in the UK will be cooperating with the effort to monitor this event in social media. The question really is, do the platforms need the leagues and the clubs more than the leagues and the clubs need the platforms?
So, well, that begs the question, do they?
Well, again, we're going to find out. There are a lot of people willing to contribute content to the platforms, and it's not clear that even during the boycott that discussions of these leagues and clubs will not continue. But it also will eventually come out whether or not this hurts the leagues and the clubs more. Having said that, the call for action seems like a valid one, and this is a marketplace of ideas, and so a boycott in that market seems like a perfectly fair action to take.
And I wonder, when you have people, because tangibly someone that we could look at, the former Arsenal and France striker Thierry Henry, he removed himself from social media in March because of racism and bullying across platforms. Just what kind of an impact somebody as well known as Thierry Henry removing himself from the various social media platforms would have?
Well, for his own purposes, I'm sure it helped him, and I'm sure his experience was a very toxic one. And so the question is, the platforms act not as publishers, they have said that, but they are hosts of venues. And if we knew about a conference center or a convention hall that routinely had violence and conflict, we might hold the purveyors, the managers of these venues to account. We do have legitimate issues with the platforms. They need to do a better job. The question, I think, is how can we have some power over them? How can we shape their behaviors? And a boycott is a good first step. I guess on the field, there is a referee to whom you can appeal. The question now is on the platforms, who is the referee for social media?
So when you see the kind of the racism and the bullying that people are experiencing, what kind of responsibility should these platforms take?
If somebody did that to you in a pub, my understanding, I studied in Great Britain, you can be banned from a pub. If this was a restaurant, if this was a pub or a club and people behave this way towards one another in that venue, I'm pretty sure management would be involved. My argument is that we can't really necessarily assume that the platforms will take care of this. It's a big problem, it's a big planet, but they could help fix this problem by letting us fix it for ourselves. And our organization seeks to get data from the platforms that would allow players, for example, to document in great detail how much abuse they receive in an effort to make the case that it should stop. In many cases, the platforms are not sharing enough data.
In that case, we'll have to come back to you, I guess, after this boycott and get the very latest in terms of your research. But Dr. Marc Smith, from the time being, from the Social Media Research Foundation, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.